again, if we're working on like budget and sort of you have to do more with less, then I would recommend starting in the metro areas that are closest to wherever you're located. So travel and expense and hotels and everything are within a budget. And so, for instance, if you're in Philly, like we are, then what I would do is I would focus on the Philly RIAs, New York, Boston, and Baltimore, DC. That is a really large swath of RIAs that you can get to by essentially driving. And the only way to win, okay, is to put those cities on the calendar. So that's 4 to 5 cities, Baltimore, Washington, Boston, DC, New York, Philly. So put those on the calendar, right, and schedule 3 weeks out, and then go into your database and start booking meetings with those RIAs. That's the only way to go about it. And it's just consistency. Cold outreach does work. Cold outreach is hard. The reason cold outreach is hard is because no one went to college to send cold emails to book meetings. We all get it, but that is the rite of passage, right? You can't end up raising capital unless you get face-to-face with potential investors. The good news is RIAs love new and interesting investment ideas. Now, they can't take every meeting, right, because they're getting 200 email requests a day, but they do love new and interesting investment ideas. So how do you go about city scheduling? That's what we call it internally. That's what I call it in the Dakota Way book. How do you go about it? And remember, don't worry about length of track record. If you have an LP, okay, we happen to have in our database a list of LPs from the form ADV that we bring into the platform. I think it's up to like 386 plus that have their basically own fund of funds, which means they can put your LP in their fund. You don't need a quarterly tender fund. You don't need anything special. Your LP works, and then you can identify those in these cities that I'm mentioning, and that is a lot of wood to chop, if you will. And you're just seeing more and more RIAs create their own fund of funds, so then they can bring your fund into their fund as one investor, and they spread it out across their investor base.